on DLP fam, and welcome to Eddie with the Biz. I am your host, Eddie Tiarno Jr. of DLP Consulting Group, and today we're going to go over some tips on opening in a post-COVID-19 world or during the vaccination phase of COVID-19. Now, here in California, we're opening up. We're one of the most restrictive states in the nation, true, but this advice can go towards every state in the nation. But more specifically to California, this is what I suggest. Number one, I suggest you open up in stages. And number two, I suggest you understand your customers' needs as they come back and re-enter or start to patronize your business. So let's start with number one, right? Opening up in stages. It's better to be short than to overextend yourself, considering that we've seen this yo-yo effect and this elasticity in opening and closing, right? It seems as though now we are going to be opening up and kind of staying open. Hopefully this is the worst case scenario, the dining outside, the restrictions in the capacity of indoor venues, in stores and so forth. But what I suggest is that you do things in stages. If you're used to serving 1,000 meals a day, then maybe you prep for serving, 300 to 500 so that you don't have the spoilage in your food and so forth. And maybe you shut down a little earlier because you are unable to do that. However, if you do that in stages, you're not going to lose, right? You can be measured in your approach, right? And that includes bringing staff back to your operations, right? You can take that time, if you fall short, to make sure that your standard operating procedures are in place, that your employee responsibilities are spelled out, so that when you scale up, you don't have the issues with duplicating tasks and so forth. You can scale up and be elastic and come back down if you need to. But let's just say that you should make sure that you have all that stuff in place. Now, the second thing you want to make sure that you're doing is be cognizant of your employees and your customer needs, right? As they're coming back, especially if you've been closed and you haven't been open during the pandemic, then you're going to realize that you have to have your COVID-19 protocols in place. In some instances, that'll be temperature taking, that'll be escorting people to their specific location, that'll be wiping down counters as soon as someone leaves. I mean, I was in Target the other day, and as soon as one person leaves, they have to wipe down the keypad, they have to wipe down the desk. Sometimes they're even doing it without you even touching it. But that's a standard protocol that they do for each visitor so that they feel safe. So you feel comfortable coming into that establishment, and you'll feel comfortable coming back. And they will appreciate it. Consumers will appreciate that once businesses open up full time. They'll appreciate that you took the time to care for them. And even though it was a little bit inconvenient at the time, because we have to wait longer and we're in this quick fix society, it'll be worth it in the long run because you are not a contributor to the spread of COVID-19. So, just to reiterate, stages and thought to reopening in your customers and your employees' needs. Take care of yourself, and then your customers will take care of you. Until next time, this has been Eddie with the Biz.